Good morning, Cancer. So, what do I have for you today? Some lovely intuitive messages and then some questionable songs that I randomized on Spotify for you. We'll get into it. I have to say, apologies quite quickly for being quite bare today and unadorned, but do you know what? Perhaps it's a day where we're going to bear all. We never know. I'm just trying to give my hands a bit of a day off from nail varnish and a bit of TLC. They need it, they do. But for Leo's reading, I reckon, Leo, that pride coming through. I'm probably going to have like nail varnish back on and all my fancy jewellery back on by then. But Cancer, you understand, you get it. Sometimes you do need to go into your shell. You need to retreat a little bit, pamper yourself and not worry about appearances or people judging you. You get it, Cancer, you do. So the intuitive things that came through for you then, I got I love it. I got I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis, which was lovely because I was having a nap yesterday and I kind of woke up from my nap and I felt so like warm and protected. So I don't know if I had this kind of like guardian energy coming in, like ancestor energy or something. I just felt like the universe was giving me a big hug, and I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis. It was so sweet. Take my love, take my whole life too was the specific line that I was hearing. And then I got a visual image of like a hand over a hand, like someone had put the hand down and someone else had put the hand on top of it, and then they'd intertwine fingers like this. And I think they did have on one of these fingers at least a silver band, so like this. So that was very nice because I'm a soppy Libra. I'm an old romantic, so I was like, oh, somebody loves somebody. What else? Then I saw kind of like a zoomed out image of two small grey haired female mermaids facing each other like this. It looked like maybe it was a painting or something. I'm not quite sure. But then I actually saw what I think was a tin of paint. Now I've got an example of what it sort of looked like. This isn't paint. This is ground cinnamon, but it was in a container very much like this with this kind of metal screw top, a very similar colour, and it was a tan paint. So again, quite similar to this colour, a little bit lighter, I think. And the lid was all that colour, and it had a number on it, and the number was 3 digits, and it started with a 2. So it was like a paint, and the number of the colour of the paint was 2 something something. So if that's you, if you've been painting with a tan paint that in a jar that looks like that, then the universe is showing me this for a reason. I assume there's messages in this reading for you. So what else did we have? Stay in My Arms Forever, Only Love Can Set You Free by N-Trance was the next song that came through. All that came through quite rapidly, more or less all together. So it's probably a chunk for maybe just one person who's here. I also intuitively got The One by Dua Lipa that came through yesterday evening, kept playing in my head. And then I did kind of shut down because I was getting quite a lot of information through, and I needed a good night's sleep. So I was sort of like, turn everything off. I just need to sleep. So that was the end of the intuitive stuff for you. Now, the 2 songs that I randomised on Spotify for you this morning as I was setting up were All the Good Girls Go to Hell by Billie Eilish and Voodoo Child by Road Traders. So Cancer, Cancer. Halloween ended last month, okay? All the Good Girls Go to Hell by Billie Eilish and Voodoo Child by Rogue Traders. Once again, feel like the universe is messing with me this week. Okay, so what do we have? I heard like intuitively, damned if we do, damned if we don't. So you may be feeling a bit like this, like as a female, perhaps, you might not be, but it's this female energy coming through of like, no matter what I do, I'm going to be criticised for it. I could be virginal and people will make fun of me for that, or I could be provocative and people will judge me for that. So it doesn't matter what I do, so I might as well do what I want. Does that sound like you, Cancer, perhaps? It's somebody's story. Walking wearing fetters, you play me like a puppet, sticking pins in a doll. So I'm seeing the devil card here. It's very much devil energy, which is to do with feelings of being controlled sometimes, feelings of being tethered to something you don't want to be tethered to, unable to move freely and authentically, attachment issues, perhaps a relationship or some kind of connection in your life where you feel like very much controlled and not free to be who you are authentically, to make your own decisions, possibly for some of you. Now, the Devil card is Capricorn in the tarot, but which I think is quite unfair to Capricorns. But, you know, if you are dealing with a Capricorn, that is coming through here. Doesn't have to be. Anyone can act in any energy of any of the cards in the tarot. So what else have I got here? Oh, sticking pins in a doll. It's funny because just a couple of moments after that line played, I was shuffling one of these tea leaf decks and the card that says the pin flipped out, so it's like a confirmation thing, like pin. So I hope nobody's doing voodoo. I hope you're not doing voodoo, because that is terrible karma. You do not want to mess with stuff like that. It will come back at you. What, times 3 if we're going to go with the craft. I do believe in karma. I do believe that what you put out comes back at you. So I wouldn't be doing things like that, or any kind of like if you're trying to do any kind of like magic spell to control other people, it's not something you should be doing. Maybe you feel, perhaps maybe there's a connection that you feel very connected to. My Lucifer is lonely. My God is going to own me. Put your cards on the table, baby. You're like voodoo, all silver and gold. So again, that silver and gold theme coming back through. That's come through a few times for me now. A reoccurring theme, silver and gold. So maybe like wedding anniversaries, like you have paper, then you have like silver and gold and garnet or whatever it is. I don't know. It's something to somebody. So yeah, you can have like some kind of relationship or some kind of connection. It could be something you get quite obsessive over. You know, you feel so strongly connected to this person. It's like, I don't know what this is. I've never felt like this before. You know, I can't, like, if I try and get away from them, I can't get away from them. It's like they've got you like a puppet on a string, right? And you're thinking, has somebody done voodoo on me? Like, has somebody done a love spell on me? What is this? I don't like it. Like, I can't break free from whatever this is. I feel controlled in this. I feel like my emotions are not my own. Any of these kind of thoughts and feelings could be coming through for you. You could be dealing with some kind of fated connection. It comes into your life to teach you something. So that could be possibly what is going on here. I am burning you some Palo Santo to clear out any negative energy. I'll also ask that if anyone has put any spells on you, that they are broken. Like, literally, you just have to speak it into existence. Just say, and all spells are broken. All spells are broken if you feel like that's you. I know that's quite dramatic. I know some of you are like thinking, whoa, I've gone down a rabbit hole here that I was not prepared for. It's okay. I don't think the whole of the reading is going to have this theme. I've also got this raven's feather here, or crow feather. I take this as Angel Del Nuit. It's funny that I'm using the Angel Del Nuit pack today. I didn't do that on purpose. Sometimes things just... coincidences aren't really coincidences, I think, when it comes to tarot and this kind of thing. I just felt very pulled. It feels like a Cancerian pack, you know. It's got this High Priestess on the cover. It feels like a very watery pack, which is why I was drawn to use it for you. And then just as I was burning the Palo Santo, I noticed the feather and thought, oh, well, I'll get that as a kind of protective spirit, protective guardian spirit, the Angel Del Nuit. It's a card specific to this deck, so interesting coincidence there. Okay, whoops, I'm just knocking things over. I am going to randomise a song for you from Spotify before we get started. It's going to be from Discover Weekly, so it's not going to be songs that I am overly familiar with. Could be anything. I'm just waiting for it to load. 1 second. There we go. Just had a little bit of trouble connecting to Spotify there. This is yesterday's song. I've also opened my window, and I don't know if you can hear them, but I just noticed the crows are actually flying around and cawing a bit. So what's going on for you, Cancer? I don't know. Let's randomise a song, please. A song for Cancer today. No one sleeps when I'm awake by the sounds. Horses, Sagittarius energy, maybe, possibly crossing the Rubicon. Oh, okay. The sounds crossing the Rubicon. Crossing the Rubicon is a reference to Julius Caesar. It's like the die is cast. I've made my decision. I'm going to take action, come what may, kind of thing. The Rubicon is a river. He knows that he's there with his army. He knows that if he crosses the river Rubicon with his army, is basically pretty much declaring war on Rome. So it's kind of like, once I do this action, there's no going back. I've got to live with the consequences. So you may be taking a risk here, you may be taking a gamble. Just to kind of show you the image again, horses are to do often in the tarot with the knights and the chariot card, which are all action cards. Horses are an animal that kind of races into, they race into battle, and this kind of thing. They're a battle animal. Not always, obviously, like that's not... I don't think anyone should ever have a war. I think people should negotiate out of them. But historically, that's one of the uses of horses, especially in kind of, if we're going back to classical times. They're also a symbol of wealth and power. So you may actually be dealing with somebody who has a lot of wealth and power, somebody who perhaps is an authority figure. I'm combining the status of horses, especially if you think of like Agamemnon in classical Greece. Sorry, a lot of my classics is coming up, so just bear with me if you're not into it. And the devil card to get this intuitively. So status symbol, wealth. You may be dealing with somebody who has a lot of power, a lot of influence. It's almost giving me like, is it Dorian Gray? No. What's his name? 50 Shades of Grey type scenario, possibly for some of you. Be careful about contracts, be careful about what you're signing, be very wary about NDAs, perhaps non-disclosure agreements, because you want to make sure that if you get into a situation you can talk about it. Just be wary of what you're signing. You did have a lot of stuff to do with the courts in your last reading, so just feeling a little bit wary about that for you at the moment, Cancer. It's somebody's story. If it's not your story, just leave it for whoever it is. Okay, I'm going to tune into the energies, and I'm going to listen to that song and find out what that's about, and I'll be back with you in a moment. If you want to pause and also go and Google that song and listen to it with me, then we can get into it together. So I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, now there's a child crying. This reading is going to be a tricky one, isn't it, Cancer? So firstly, I listened to the song, and I'm feeling a bit called out by a lot of the things that are coming through this week. I feel like the universe is kind of like, right, your turn, your turn, because they also give me the Fugees killing my... strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song. And there's lines in that song that I've just played there, which are kind of similar. It's the songs you sing, there's something, I don't know. And then cards on the table with rogue traders. So I'm sort of feeling called out now, and I feel like I need to kind of explain what I'm up to. I've watched card readings, and they have literally felt like that. It's been like my soul bare on somebody else's table. My pain sung on the internet. And I've been sat there watching tarot card readings in absolute streams of tears, because it's been so personal. And, they will call me out. They will call me out for exactly, all my, sorry, mum, all my shit. They call me out on it. And it's enabled me to really grow as a person, and to, shine a very sharp lens on a lot of my core behaviors, a lot of the reasons why I do the things that I do, a lot of self-analysis, having that long hard look at myself in the mirror, doing that shadow work, you're working on those, undoing the programming of my life. Every time I was told I wasn't good enough, or every time I felt like a failure, or every time I didn't succeed in something, or every time you know, someone said something that upset me, all these different things. Every time I acted in a way that I wish I hadn't. And it's unraveling it all. It's unraveling my life and getting back to that child, that core, that soul, that authentic me, and allowing that to shine through and shine out without all the weight of the rest of the world having an impact on that. I hope that makes some sort of sense to you. So sometimes when you watch a tarot card reading, it feels very personal, it hurts, but it's all designed to shine a mirror at ourselves, and to grow as people, which is what the angel de la nuit is here for. So I don't know what this reading is going to be. It could be a big one. As I was kind of tuning in, I was also getting Kesha as an example, and Sony. So not for everybody, it could just be one person, it could be a small group of people. And I was talking about like the signing of the NDAs and contracts and things. Kesha, if you want to go and Google what happened to her, she was sexually assaulted by a Sony executive, and they forced her to continue working for the company to fulfill her contract, which I think is disgusting. Like I can feel like I feel like I'm going to be sick talking about it. It's so disgusting. I think Taylor Swift bought her out of a contract, so you know, girl power. I don't know if something has happened to you in a kind of similar way, where perhaps you've been taken advantage of and you've not been able to get out of some sort of contract. I don't know. It's awful, and I hate it for you. And I almost feel like, I don't know, they're giving me all good girls go to hell. All good girls go to hell. Because when the water starts to rise, she'll want the devil on her team. What is this? I don't know what this is, but we're going to get into it, Cancer, okay? So the universe has control of the reading. My guides have control of the reading. Nothing to do with me. Let's go. Let's see what we get. I did get the rabbit as well. It fell out of this deck as I was shuffling. Golden egg on the bottom there. What's going on, please? Tell me more for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know today? Okay. Oh, look at that. Golden egg and black egg. I said I saw the golden egg. You know, lizards protect eggs, right? Earthworm going into ground. I feel that's your energy. The hawk's there as well. So what I'm getting immediately from this is being watched. You're trying to hide, I think, or you're watching somebody else. There's an energy here of going to ground, hiding, like emuing, sticking your head in the ground. It's the Cancer energy for me at the moment, the way it's coming through, of being like an armadillo. This is coming through as like an armadillo now. You know how armadillos, they've got a squidgy belly, but they've kind of got like an armoured shell, so they can roll up into a tight ball and protect themselves. I feel like this is almost what you're doing. You've like these two energies together. It's like that's you right now, armadilloing. It's funny as well, in the UK we used to have an advert for a snack bar called Dime Bars. I don't know if everybody has those, but the advert used to be really silly. It used to go soft, what is it, soft on the outside, crunchy on the inside, Dime Bars. And then they'd say hard on the outside, soft on the inside, armadillos. So I don't know, that's kind of stuck in my head, but yeah, it's like the difference between a chocolate bar and an armadillo. one's hard on the outside, but I feel like this is really you've maybe gone cold, or you've got this, you what are they showing me here? They're showing me like, I'm hearing the noise of it as well. They're showing me like, you know how it has scales. They're showing me almost as like a wall going up, but it's scales, one scale at a time. It's like ching, 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 like armor, like defenses up. I'm going into my castle, and like nobody can get in, nobody can penetrate these walls. I completely gone cold in a situation. There was another word there, wasn't there? What was it? My turn to ignore you. Don't say I didn't warn you. I feel like this is what you're doing. But inside there is that golden egg. Inside this earthworm is all the gold and the magic and the rainbows. So inside that hard, cold outer shell, Cancer, or if you are dealing with someone who is a Cancer, the energy here is although the walls have gone up, although that hard outer shell has the arm has gone up, this person's gone cold, there's a lot going on in the inside there. Now there is this feeling of being watched on either side here. We've got the dragon, this big dragon eye watching. Could be you, because you're showing as this kind of scaled animal. And then we've got this hawk, which is a very different energy coming through. This is all very earthly and spiritual, this kind of dragon energy. And this hawk is shown as kind of something of the air, something up above. So this is somebody who has a higher perspective. They've got an overview of the situation. You, I feel, do not have an overview of the situation because you've gone to ground. It's like an earth. It's just, the way they're showing me is like an earthworm or like something burrowing a hole in the ground, putting an egg inside it, laying an egg inside it, and covering itself up, like totally like. No, I'm off the radar. I am not. You can't contact me. My phone is turned off. I'm not answering my emails. I'm out of here. I don't even exist anymore. Don't look for me. I don't even exist right now. That's almost the energy of this. So you are only getting a very, very small section of this, what's going on. There's like a big whole universal, they're showing me like a battlefield. There's like a huge universal battlefield playing out, a huge giant game of universal chess, and you're only kind of seeing your square on the chessboard, or maybe like your square and the ones next to it, and it doesn't look good. So it's like, right, I'm out of here. I don't want to be in this situation. I'm going to ground. Call me when the battle's over. But then you have this hawk who has this higher perspective. They've got more information than you. They've got a view of the whole of the battlefield, a whole of the chessboard. Oh, sorry, I'm just bashing into you there. I'm just gesturing. I'm gesturing a lot. Maybe somebody else is kind of gesturing wildly around you, especially if people are arguing. It's like, oh, all the arms are going. Maybe. It could be this person, right? They flap, perhaps. They're a bit of a panicker. They're trying to get everybody organised. It's like, right, come on, get out of that hole. We need you on the battlefield. It doesn't have to be a battle, right? It could be like some kind of work situation, or like they're telling me like a party, like some kind of event, or like somebody's trying to like get something set up, and you're meant to be there. You're meant to be helping out, but your walls have gone up, you've gone to ground. You're out of the situation, and this person's flapping and panicking, but they've got the overview. They can see everything that's going on. Perhaps this is somebody, definitely could be an air sign, somebody who overthinks, very analytical, very strategic. It stresses them out that you're not in position. I don't know why all that is coming through the way it is, but that's how it's coming through. So could be you could be the hawk. You could be this energy that's just gone to ground. You could be someone else entirely in the situation, dealing with these two people, but that is what is coming through from those cards. So Cancer. Can I get one card, please, for Cancer? Can I get one card? Thank you. Gosh, they are behaving with this deck at the moment. Makes me want to use it more often. Pay attention to your health. Right, definitely could be health issues here, especially if you're very, very stressed. When you are stressed, it can bring out all kinds of funny health issues. That let's just going to edge you over slightly. Just maybe this is what this hawk, like, just let's just move you over there. Let's just put you there for the picture. Maybe this is what's happening for you. You're like, leave me alone. I just want to sit here. Don't touch me. Yeah, definitely could be very, very stressed at the moment. It's maybe a sense of overwhelm, like you can't take the stress anymore. It's got a bit too much. So that's what's caused this going inwards energy. Bowl, plenty of material things. So it's not that you are not comfortable. Perhaps you've got enough materially. Do you know what I'm getting from this? It's like COVID, it's like lockdown. It's like I've got all my toilet paper, I've got all the toilet paper I need, I've got my groceries, I've got lots of tin cans. I'm good for a week. I'm good for at least a week. I'm just gonna go home, turn everything off, and just be in my house for a week. I've got my groceries. That's kind of what it's giving me. It's like the need to just kind of have that time for healing, right? I was like, right, I'm not even gonna get dressed. I'm just gonna like roll out of, I'm not even gonna get out of bed. I'm not even gonna get dressed. I'm not even gonna put any makeup on. I'm not gonna brush my hair for a week. Like nobody can see me. I don't even care. I'm just gonna stay at home and heal and wrap myself up with that toilet roll. Okay, what else do we have for Cancer? Oh, that nearly came out. Just one card, please. Thank you. Bat. Take care, enemies are working against you. Now, whether this is true or whether this is just the feeling you have, because I do get a sense of perhaps like paranoia almost with this reading. Perhaps this feeling of people. I get it. Now, a little bit personal here. If you're a guy, you might want to just skip forward a minute. To the girls who understand my pain. Women's issues, right? That time in the month, I know when I'm about to have my period. I just said period on the internet. I know because a day or two before I get very paranoid. I think everybody hates me. I think everybody is like talking about me behind my back. I think everybody is like, I don't know, doing things without me, like, that party, that event, like, they're setting that up without me, and I've not even been invited. I'm just here in my home, like, why haven't I been invited to the party? It might be because you've put your walls up and you've turned your phone off, but you don't think like that because you're full of these chemicals that are doing weird things to your body. So at the time, it's like, why does everybody hate me? I'm such a terrible person. When actually it's just, I mean, maybe you all hate me. Maybe you watch my videos just for a laugh. But I think there's a sense of when you recognize that why you're feeling that way and that it's chemicals and it's the natural rhythms of your body, then it almost makes it easier to kind of distance yourself from those emotions. Maybe that's what it is, and get that hawk view, right? So instead of being stuck drowning in these emotions that are just chemicals in your body making you feel a certain way at a certain time of the month, this is like allowing you to take a step back and almost like a third person view on yourself, where you look down at yourself and think, oh, she's due on. She's gone a bit paranoid. Perhaps that's for some of you. Perhaps some of you know full well that there are genuinely people working against you. So don't panic. Try and have that hawk view on the situation. Firecracker, excitement. That's an interesting combination, isn't it? Firecracker, and there are enemies working against you. So, explosions, fireworks. Again, I'm getting some kind of event here. Firecracker. Or this could be a person who is like a firecracker. They're very loud. I'm hearing surprise, surprise, but it could be that for some of you, someone's planning a surprise party for you. It's not your birthday though, is it? It's like what, Scorpio going into Sagittarius at the moment. It's like you're the sort of person going, I do not want a surprise party. I would hate the attention. Do not do that. But like these other people are like, oh, we're just gonna do it. Like they're all excited, and again, it's this winged energy, right? It's this flying character who's loud and flappy, and you just kind of want to retreat, I feel. It might not be that they're an enemy. It might not be that they're intentionally trying to do anything bad. They're trying to surprise you. They're trying to perhaps make you happy, make you come out of your shell, but that's not the energy that is it's like that energy is at odds to, I'm sort of doing this with my hands. It's like, like there's a grate there. It's not working. So you almost feel like they're your enemy. They're conspiring against you because they're doing something that you don't want, perhaps, possibly. For others of you, It could be, if you are dealing with somebody who is some sort of enemy, you know, some kind of legal situation, this keeps coming through for you. It could be that there's going to be something, some kind of news, some kind of reveal. They could possibly be planning something. I don't want to make you too paranoid if you're already in that energy. We'll pull more cards on that and find out a little bit more about it. It could just be that that's what you're scared of. You're scared that they're going to have something up their sleeve, possibly. One card, please, for Cancer. One card, please, for Cancer. Thank you. Woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman. Well, there you go. So there is a woman in some of the dealings somewhere at some point. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So if you feel like you've been hard done by, if you feel like you've been wronged in a situation, like there's nothing more for you to do except put your walls up and retreat. You know, like maybe you're feeling like the war is lost. They keep showing me this battlefield analogy. It's like you can see it all going horribly wrong, and you think we can't get back from this. Like they're overcoming us. Like they're showing me like a wave. It's like we're overwhelmed by this now. The only thing left to do is retreat. It's not always going to be like this. There could be some kind of surprise here. It could be in your favour. I just want to make sure I'm properly hooked up to the energies, because this feels really important. So I'm just going to pause again and just retune, and I'll be back with you to pull more clarifiers. Okay, let's get some more. So, Kane, pay attention to your health. Plenty of material things. Make sure you are eating well. So pay attention to your health. And Bowl, can you tell me? Okay. The journal, the diary. This is about information, about knowledge. Knowledge is something that you need to unlock. It's something that can be... what I'm getting for you here is that there's some kind of knowledge that you don't have, some kind of, definitely you haven't got the full story, the full information about a situation. It could actually be that you're writing in a diary. For some of you, just kind of got that through. For others of you, this is like some kind of knowledge that you're not able to access. It's like you know that other people have some kind of knowledge, but they're not sharing it with you for some reason. That's kind of all that's coming through there with that. For others of you, it's some kind of secret that you've got, and it's like almost like locked inside your heart. I'm seeing it as some kind of inner truth, some kind of information that perhaps only you have, some kind of secret. And I think perhaps you're almost thinking, do I reveal this? And have that firecracker moment of like, it's that all good girls go to hell feeling of like, damned if I do, damned if I don't, so I might as well just speak my truth. And watch the world burn. What are they giving me? Another Billie Eilish song. I'm gonna watch your car burn with the fire that you started in me. But you didn't come back to ask it out. Maybe that's relevant somehow. Car burn. Don't burn anyone's car. But it's like, is it revenge? Is it almost like, it's not even like it's revenge. It's like I feel like you've been taken advantage of somehow. You feel like you don't have any power in a situation, but you've got some sort of information that could be explosive if you let it out. And it's like, you know that you could speak this truth, and you're sort of like, well, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, so I might as well take you all down with me, almost, perhaps. Doesn't seem like good karma, Cancer, I have to say. It depends on the reason why you're doing it and what the outcome would be, I think. Are you going to help people or hurt people by doing what you want to do? Firecracker, excitement, bat, take care, enemies are working against you. I really have this feeling here, because this is the maze. I really have this feeling of you not having full information about something. So I would wait. If you have something, they're giving me Live to Tell by Madonna again. I have a tale to tell. That's been coming through really strongly as well. I keep seeing it everywhere. That's Madonna. Who had that reading? Sometimes it gets so hard to hide it well. Can't remember who had it now. I'm just trying to go back through my notes because you might want to go and watch that reading if you've got placements in that side. Too blind. It was... Who is this? I'm not written on it who it was. Why haven't I written on it? So Gemini, Taurus, Aries, Pisces. If you have Pisces placements, you may want to go and watch that reading because it could be a flip side of this story, or they got live to tell. It's like some kind of corruption, perhaps in some kind of, I don't know, but you don't have the full story. So the message that I'm getting is hold back, hold on. Wait for more information to be revealed because you think you've got the whole story. You think you've got this firecracker thing, but it could be that there's other things going on that you're not aware of. You don't have the full story. So this is like this mental maze. Others are working against you. I feel like a lot of this is, I don't know, I'm going to keep pulling cards and we'll see. So who's this woman? Things will not always be this way. Who's this woman? Tell me who the woman is. Okay, so there's some kind of romantic situation here involving a woman. It could be you. It could be somebody else. The flowers. Somebody could have given you flowers. You could have given somebody else flowers recently. I'm really drawn to the note. So there's some kind of... I'm really feeling like it's possibly some kind of communication, could be romantic communication here between this woman and somebody else. Queen of Swords, though, could be that somebody's cut the communication. Wishing well on the bottom there. It's very, and perhaps you know exactly what all this is, Cancer, but to me it's very, very confusing, very obscure, and I am getting that feeling of only having like glimpses of the story. Like it's like a jigsaw puzzle, but it's a 100-piece jigsaw puzzle, but I've only got 5 pieces. I'm really struggling to kind of link everything together and understand the bigger picture, but maybe we're not supposed to right now because maybe I'm in your energy and we're in this maze energy where we can't have the overview. The bat has the overview, the hawk has the overview, but we're ground energy. We can't see the whole lay of the land at the moment from our position. So we need to get into a position where we have more clarity before we take action, I feel. Cane, bowl, book. Tell me more. Cane, bowl, book. Tell me more about the book. Why is the book here? Why is the book here, please? Why is the book here for Cancer? Right, yeah, definitely. Secret, bad health. Okay. Yeah, so there is definitely, look, you've got, I can't make this up. Like, I can't make the cards do this. You've got pay attention to your health and bad health. No, if you haven't got any niggling spiritual guidance there underneath, if you have got any niggling health concerns, do go and get those checked out. It could be a little heads up for you. Otherwise it's just really saying don't let yourself get into a bad state of health. Don't let this situation pull you down into, I don't know, depression, anxiety. It really feels like something is draining on you for some of you. For others of you, you don't know the full story about a situation. There's information here. There's information being hidden about somebody's health. The bad health card hid. So somebody perhaps isn't revealing that they are having a health issues. Perhaps they don't want you to worry. Perhaps you don't want someone else to worry. I'm getting a very, very tingly sensation on behind my right ear. So it's on my skull behind my right ear. So I don't know if that is anything for anyone. yeah, just be careful, especially if you've got information to reveal, because I feel like somebody has health concerns that you might not be aware of. So hold back, hold back. Firecracker, bat, maze. Firecracker, bat and maze. Tell me about the firecracker, bat and maze. Tell me about the firecracker. Tell me about the firecracker for Cancer's reading. Occupation, something to do with work. Thought so. I'm feeling that it's something that's going to make you feel very excited. You're going to get some kind of opportunity, some kind of news. You're going to feel very, very excited about it. Or this is just simply something to do with some kind of reveal or surprise at work. It feels like a bit of a tower moment. I don't know whether you're causing it or it's coming into you. Some kind of surprise to do with work. You're feeling very, very confused. You do have this sense of like, maybe people in the workplace who are not perhaps all they appear to be. So tell me about this woman and the flowers. Tell me more about the flowers. Why are the flowers here? Explain what the flowers are to me, please. Explain what the flowers are to me here. Why are the flowers here, please, in Cancer's reading? Yeah, false woman. Look at that. You just can't make it up. Like she's got flowers on that card. Like the similarities. So there's definitely things that you don't know. There's definitely secrets. It could be that you're keeping secrets. I do feel like there's some kind of workplace romance going on here that people aren't talking about. Perhaps it's between other people and you know about it, or perhaps it's between you, but you feel it could be that one of you has gone cold. What was that line again? I've shut my notebook. My turn to ignore you. Don't say I didn't warn you. So perhaps you felt like there was a bit of a relationship here, but you felt ignored. Like you felt like that person distanced themselves from you. And it's like, right, well, two can play that game. I'm going to ignore you now, perhaps. Perhaps you don't know about some kind of health concern that they're dealing with. It could be that they went cold on you, and you were like, what happened? I thought we had something going on here, and you've all of a sudden gone off. And it could be that they're actually dealing with a family member that's in ill health, and you don't know about that. So I really feel like the energy here is like, be patient. You don't know everything yet. There's a pathway there, change. Something's going to open up for you. Perhaps with that firecracker, there's going to be a bit of a reveal. You're going to understand the situation better. Change is coming. Oh my God, look at that as well. Again, it's like you're in his thoughts. Look, if that's the case, it's like he's still thinking about you. He's not gone. Perhaps the mature woman is the person who's in ill health, and there's the main female, right? There's a child, could be a child. I feel like there's a lot of people in this story that is complicating things. Career there as well. Look, just confirmation, right? If this isn't your story, then it's just not. Hopefully you've got small messages in here, or at least something in here is making you think and do that kind of like mirror work, that soul work. But the story that's coming through is probably something that somebody really needs to hear. So just leave anything that isn't for you for somebody else. But yeah, look, you can't make it up. The butterflies on this card and the caterpillar. Like, change is coming. The change will open up the pathway. Look at could be wishing well, something you've wished for. There's been some kind of hold up. It's because somebody here is dealing with somebody in ill health. They're giving me, hold on for one more day. Yeah, break free from the chains. I know that. I can't remember it. But you hold on for one more day. Break free, break from the chains. Someday somebody's gonna make you wanna turn around and say goodbye. Too late, baby. Are you gonna let them hold you down, make you cry? The Queen of Wands in reverse. Don't you know this is fate? Don't you wait? Right, okay. Whatever that is, I don't know, but I do feel like they're saying just hold on, because there's this information you don't have. There's some kind of reveal, but I feel like you've almost got the sense of paranoia because you kind of know there's something that you don't know, and it starts to make you feel like, why am I being kept out in the cold? But it could be just that it's not something bad, it's just something that somebody wasn't ready to talk about yet, possibly. Cane Bowl, Book of Knowledge and Bad Health. Tell me more about this. Who has bad health, please? Can you tell me who has bad health? 3 cards. Now, it is mostly females in this deck, so don't kind of... It could be female, male, anything, anywhere in between, right? 3 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So the person in bad health, they are waiting. The 3 of Wands is this card about waiting. Could be I don't know, it could be you. Could be fire sign or earth sign, or have strong fire and earth in the chart. I'm noticing the skull. Excuse me. And this is it almost looks like she's holding a scythe. If you continue that up and then over, I feel like there could be somebody who's on the verge of passing away. It could be somebody who's been in ill health for a while, and it's kind of like somebody knows. No wonder we've got this crow feather here. Somebody knows that it's coming. If you don't know, it's probably not your situation. It's probably a situation someone else is dealing with, I would say. But like I say, if you do have niggling health concerns, do go and get those checked out. The 6 of Pentacles is a card about restoring balance, in some kind of tangible sense. You can see that she's dropping this money, this set of scales. So it could be something like, it could be that there's some kind of family member, some kind of uncle or grandparent who is in ill health, and they could be passing soon. It's almost like that bowl is like a fruit bowl. You take it as a gift to someone who's ill in hospital. When this person passes away, there could be some kind of income, inheritance from that. It could balance out a situation where perhaps there's been some kind of financial imbalance in somebody's life. It could enable somebody to be more independent, perhaps. If somebody feels like they can't get out of a situation, they can't get out of a work situation. You can see this woman who feels like, she's working very, very hard, perhaps not for very much money. It could be that you've been felt tied to a job, but there could be some kind of inheritance here that gives you just enough money to kind of have a little bit of financial independence in order to do something that is more suitable to you, perhaps. And then there's this 8 of Wands here, which is about communication and action. So I don't kind of want to read anything into this that I'm not being given. I don't want to assume things. That's kind of all I can get from that at the moment. Yeah, I don't want to make stuff up. I don't want to say something just for the sake of saying something. I'm not holding anything back either. So that is everything that I've got from that. Firecracker, bat, occupation and maze. Tell me why. Okay, I didn't even have to ask. Knight of Pentacles. I was asking about the bat. Strength card and the Knight of Pentacles. Here's that scythe again. The Knight of Pentacles wouldn't normally carry a scythe. So I feel like there's a Knight of Pentacles. There's a Pentacle person here in this reading who is dealing with this person who perhaps is in hospital, perhaps is in very bad health. The Knight of the Pentacle people, Pentacle people, normally earth signs, is people who are very practical. They're taking care of what they need to take care of. They're very sensible, they're very grounded, they're very earthy. It could be you as well, because you've got this kind of energy coming through of going to ground, of being earthy. But this Knight of Pentacles, they wouldn't normally carry a scythe. What I'm guessing from this is there could be somebody who is prepared to take action. They've got a plan in place. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody with a really solid plan, or some kind of offer that is really, really grounded, actually. They've put a lot of thought and work into it. They're quite slow moving though, and I feel like the reason this person is being very, very slow moving is because of this situation. I do feel like it doesn't have to necessarily be health. It could be a relationship or a situation that is in bad health that needs cutting out, right? There needs to be an ending to that situation. But I feel, it is coming through quite strongly, and I have to say what I'm guessing, that it could be that this person is almost like waiting for this person to pass away. Now, that doesn't mean that they're being manipulative in any way. It doesn't mean that they're being cold-hearted or cruel. It's almost like perhaps they sense the inevitable. And as much as they may love this person, she looks somewhat upset, right? Or perhaps not, I don't know. We don't have to love the people that we're connected to, do we? If you have a difficult family member, you don't have to be upset when they pass away. If they are somebody who has acted badly and hurt you, for example, you can't force feelings. Just because they're connected to you by blood doesn't mean you're emotionally connected to them. So I don't know. It could be that this person's being very, very practical in the matter, but doing everything that they should be doing, acting in high honour. But they know that perhaps once this person passes, they'll be in a better situation, possibly. I don't know. Strength card here, though. This is... oh, my heart just really, really pulled. Could be a Leo here in this situation too. Strength card is Leo. I feel like there's somebody here who is what are they giving me? They're giving me By Your Side. It's a song, but just give me a minute with it. I'll look it up afterwards. I think it might be possibly like Coldplay or Radiohead. It's I'm on your side. I'm so alive. I'm on your side. I feel like there is this connection here between two people where somebody is giving someone strength, to deal with the situation, to do the things that they have to do. Just getting really like side by side, like I'm on your side is coming through very, very strongly. We've got this similar looking person here, and then this lion is their companion. Could be an ancestor, right? Could be like a spirit on the other side, by your side. I was getting that lovely warm feeling from the Elvis song of being very, very protected by a masculine energy. So there could be someone here protecting you in a situation like that. I'm so alive. I'm on your side. On your side. I'm going to have to look it up. So alive. Okay. So it's funny reading this, Cancer. I don't quite know what to make of everything, but I'm sure, you're like one of those moon energy cards where you have a lot of intuition and you know things just because you know them emotionally. So I feel like the stuff that I can't understand perhaps is making more sense to you, or it will make sense in the long run. Tell me about the flowers and the false person and the woman. Flowers, false person and the woman. Tell me more about this, please. King of Pentacles. Here we go. This is the Pentacle person. Pentacle person. Definitely could be dealing with an earth sign. Again, could be Capricorn. King of Pentacles is strongly Capricorn for me. Could be Virgo, Taurus, or any sign basically, but it's earth signs quite strongly. Could be you could have strong earth in your chart. Again, I had this feeling of like somebody going to ground, somebody putting the walls up. You could have been like emotionally giving, you know, giving your affection to this person. Okay, sorry, it just suddenly stopped. It came through quite strongly. Okay, coming through strongly, so it could just be one person's story. It doesn't have to be yours. I'll give you variations. Strongly, this King of Pentacles character could be somebody that you work with. So it could be somebody that you have romantic feelings for. It could be that this was just developing. And this King of Pentacles suddenly has gone quiet. And you think, what have I done? What's happened? Do people know? Do people think badly of me? Like, what's happening here? You've got yourself a bit paranoid because you don't have the information. So this person has suddenly gone like, walls up, I'm out of here. Like, not answering your calls, and you're thinking, what have I done, what's going on? But it could be that this person is dealing with a situation where they are dealing with somebody who is in ill health, who is very, very sick. They have to be responsible, they have to have high honor and be there for this person. When this person passes away, I feel like this person is going to be more more, they're going to be more free. But I feel like you're by their side. This is shown as their energy, and this is it. Take it as it resonates. I'm picking this through because this is masculine energy and this is feminine energy. So use your intuition to fit it into your personal story. But I feel like this is this person, and they know that you've got their back. You know that you're by their side. They know that you're waiting. They know that you're giving them space while they deal with something, even though they can't perhaps explain why. And I feel like they value that. I feel like all it will be revealed in time. You know, it's not always going to be this way. Could be literally that somebody does have cancer, and I don't want to speak that into existence, but that again I have to sort of say what I'm getting. If you are resonating as this King of Pentacles, who I feel is the person who's gone to ground, could have both gone to ground, right? This person I feel did it first, and this person followed, because it's my turn to ignore you. If you're the one, you could be the one dealing with something, and that's it. That's what I've got. That's what I've got for you. Let's pull you an advice card. Again, if this isn't your story, don't sort of be too mad at me. I asked for the most important story to come through that's going to do the most good, and I think Grandad David might be here, so I'll be back with you in a moment. He brought cookies. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, Cancer, just finishing off my cookie and started shuffling, and this fell out. Now, if you have been watching a few of my videos, you'll know that this card has been repeatedly coming out for, I think it showed itself for Taurus, and it showed itself for Gemini, I think. So for the past 3 readings, that card has showed itself, again, like cards flipping here. So I feel like that is kind of like a common theme this week, the lookout, leaving a sinking ship, perhaps. Okay, so back into your energy. Armadillo energy. Crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, armadillos, right? Cancer. What is the best advice the universe has for you or the people coming to this reading? Whoa, Oracle of Delphi. That's me. Oh, thinking highly of myself there. You've got too many here. I'll show you what they are. The Queen of Keys, on track. initiation of and the Count of Saint Germain, and Adsum. Like a sense of ancestors around us, right? I like that card. She looks like Fern Britton, is it? Always to me. Says the girl with face blindness, but she does. She reminds me of it for some reason. Okay. Can I just get 1 or 2 cards, please? Okay, thank you. 2 cards. The Karmic Trench and Diversity. Funny that, again, I think Gemini had Diversity yesterday. Do you know what? I feel like they're trolling me. I feel like they're going, okay, have two cards. Right, the universe is messing with me. I told you they're messing with me this week. I put those away again. Stop messing with me, universe. Right, behave yourself, universe. Oop, can I guess? It's just absolutely trolling me. Can I get 1 or 2 cards that are the best advice for Cancer or the people coming to this reading today who are who this reading is resonating for? The best advice for the people who this reading is resonating for. 1 or 2 cards, please. Behave yourself. 1 or 2 cards. Best advice we have for the people. Thank you. Okay, Queen of Keys again is on the bottom there. It could be 2 queens in this situation. Queen of Keys, this is somebody at who can open doors for you. Could be some sort of boss, some kind of career woman, somebody who has the keys to the doors, right? Queen of Roses, this is to do with love. She's sort of like the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups for me. So it's somebody who loves very passionately. The Journey. Okay. So lots and lots of roses here. The Queen of Roses. It opens the lookout then. The Queen of Roses. Queen of Roses, where are you? There she is. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she's peacefully focusing on the flower in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who is loving and supportive, but with a passionate side as well. Sorry, I'm distracted because we've got woman card and these flowers, so I feel like this is indicating the woman with the flowers. This is a card of a loving connection, and this lion here as well. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a friend, family member, or co-worker is going to be helpful or valuable to you in some way. I really feel like this is a connection through some kind of work that you do, whether that's like formal work, or if it's like volunteer work, or some kind of, maybe some kind of like hobby that you are quite responsible for in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of wife or mother at this time. It's a time for loving energy to be voiced. This card upright shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, a friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand. So open your heart to the expression of caring within and around you. The Seven of the Seven of Roses. I choked on a cookie. A seaport teems with activity as cargo is loaded off and onto many different ships. Two women on a small tender boat, there you go, are on their way to the great ship that will take them to the journey. 2 men with their trunks and cases wait to follow. This card shows a time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavours in a whole new direction, whether figuratively to a new industry or literally to a new city. However this journey occurs, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not the time for staying safe in the harbour. It's time for finding and exploring new worlds, so get packed. Interesting. And then I'm going to read the Queen of Keys as well, because I managed to squeeze an extra minute or 2 out of the reading by stopping and starting, because it said two women are in the boat. So we've got the Queen of Roses, could be a fire sign or a water sign, could be you. Is somebody who is who loves very, very passionately. The Queen of Keys is somebody who is much more of the home. It's much more practical energy. I would say it's more strong pentacle energy, earth sign energy, or possibly air sign energy. It's like somebody who is very intelligent, a bit of a career woman, I would say. A queen dresses in a gown of rich colours and textures. A queen dressed in a gown of rich colours and textures stands atop the tower of her great castle, happily looking over the rich, verdant hills of her domain. In the far distance, her husband returns from his travels. This card represents a woman of authority. She is sensitive, helpful, and thoughtful. She is confident in her authority, but always happy to celebrate the success of others. She could be a love interest for you or someone in your life. Besides referring to a positive woman of business, this card can represent you or another who's about to climb the ladder of success. Positions in banking, investment, real estate, and management may be coming. Self-employment in any industry could also be at hand, as well as a greater financial independence, increased authority, or creative autonomy at work. I can't speak anymore. So it could be that there's two women here, a Queen of Roses and a Queen of Keys, both taking some sort of journey together. Or it could be two different sides of yourself. I do feel like somebody is mixing business and pleasure here, I have to say. So it's like two sides of yourself going on some sort of journey. And there's the on track card again. Look, could be going on a train journey somewhere, right? And then again, the initiation of the Count of Saint Germain. I must have just put those back in. Normally I separate them, but yeah. I feel like your ancestors are cheering you on here. And there's that lightning bolt as well there in the underlying. So that firecracker, that lightning bolt, that information, that light bulb moment, I feel is going to come in for you and open up this new door, which will allow you to advance in some way, whether that's romantically or career-wise. So I do hope that was helpful to you, Cancer. It was a very challenging reading, I have to say. I don't have the bigger picture there. It's complicated for me, so I assume it's very, very complicated for you, or perhaps you know exactly what all that means and you're thinking, I'm quite glad that you don't know. I don't know what that is, but good luck with it. Take care, look after yourself, do that like treating yourself. Go have a biscuit. Cancer, have a biscuit. Go on, take one, enjoy one, and really take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, Cancer.